What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 10 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Dechala the Denied One Immortal Empires campaign. Wanted to say Nakari there, but yeah. As we saw last time, though, Nakari had plenty of battles against the Avalornian Wood Elves, and it looks like the Kothikan Wood Elves will attack us next with two armies. Them being, however, tremendously foolish in doing so, as they do just have gigantic piles of spears and archers. Now, this would still be a threat in theory if it wasn't for the fact that we can force all those range units to go into Rampage just by having Nakari near them. So I wish you luck, Kathik. You're really gonna need it. I wish we could steal the special crafted items from elves when we defeat them, especially as Nakari and the Slaanesh in general, I guess. But there we go. Alright, here we go. Kathik attacking us with 2 stacks of archers and spears. Granted, 2 stacks worth, but archers and spears nonetheless. I suppose it's appropriate that Kathik is a sort of sea-centric, ocean-centric province. Or kingdom. Because this is what I call ocean madness. Anyway, Nakari is obviously going to head on in and annoy the enemy. Oh, wow. Wait a moment. Is the arrow still there? There's an arrow in the middle of Nakari's forehead. Or, I can't. The top of his nose or something. Oh, that's pretty funny. And that's gotta itch, guys. That's really gotta itch. But anyway, yeah, so the rest of our army is obviously moving on. And this time, since I don't take this particular battle seriously, we're going to use the Nakari moves in to cause a rampage and actually drop slicing shards on the enemy. There we go, just to see how much work the one spell can do. And Nakari with 204 kills and probably it was 22,000 damage before that Lash of Slaanesh came down. Oh, lovely. Again, for a battle I'd take seriously, I wouldn't do that because it's cheap, but, you know. Anyway, Nakari laying into those poor ship's companies and spears and archers and whatever is near him under no real threat. Although Nakari's low armor does mean that he could take damage. Again, if we get an accursed armor drop, putting Nakari up to 230 armor or whatever, that'd be pretty intense. Anyway, spears are facing up against Chaos Warriors, and these are the Hell Scourges, so they're not going to do a lot of damage, and they're meant to be lion holders, just as the spears are, except we're much more heavily armored and probably have significantly better defensive stats. Well, 64 versus 66, actually about even. Of course, the enemy is poisoned down to a mere 23 weapon strength. Yeah, in SFO, Hell Scourges are a lot better than they are in Vanilla. In Vanilla, they're kind of useless just because, yes, they're better than holding the line slightly, and better than holding the line than regular Chaos Warriors or I guess, yeah, just Chaos Warriors, or I guess if it's a Chosen variant, then the Chosen, but then the Chosen and Chaos Warriors without Hell Scourges are nearly as good at holding the line, even regardless of the poison, but do considerably more damage and are much killier, so there isn't really actually all that much point. Still, we're going to keep them in with Nakari just for fun. I like the idea of using them to sort of hold the line, while Nakari lays into the enemy with the Soul Grinders and the Keepers of Secrets. And Nakari itself, of course. Alrighty, and again, for those who don't remember, in SFO, instead of poison, all Hell Scourges have the Overwhelm trait instead, which is a massive debuff to base weapon damage and I think armor-piercing damage as well. Similar to poison, but like, I don't know, 3 times stronger, 4 times stronger, it's a lot better. They don't do damage, but they do damn well hold the line and debuff. Anyway, looks like the first army has been destroyed completely unsurprisingly. We didn't even bother finishing off the enemy Archmage, but we can always have one of the piles of Slaaneshi Knights chase them down. Oh, the Slaaneshi Knights actually look really good here on Ulthuan with the Slaaneshi skies up above, and yet we got all these sort of Slaanesh matching flowers down below as well. Oh, very nice. And Nakari kind of running around the Archmage. I kind of get a kick out of when lords do this and just sort of run in a circle around a much slower lord. you know, menacingly. The best time that's ever happened was when Thorgrim did it in his fast Thorgrim form. Now that's got to be insulting. Anyway, first army's destroying. We'll speed this up as we head towards the second, or rather the second heads towards us while we reform. I'm going to back off a teensy bit as we get a few more units moving into the line and the enemy starts laying into us with those arrows, and we're going to have to take a fair few of those as we approach, but, well, the regular elven archers don't have enough armor piercing to be all that concerning. Oh, they have bonus versus infantry on them, didn't even realize. Well, good for them. That's not going to come in too handy as Nikari once again moves on and drops a lash of Slaanesh, but more importantly, starts them into their rampage. And so, look at how many elves he sends flying. That's pretty entertaining. Alright, he joins his Fiends of Slaanesh for a little fun there. Also kind of big enough model that it's kind of difficult to keep him in the sort of camera. And especially since I do have a tendency to sort of run Nikari back and forth along the line just to screw with the enemy formation. Alright, but speaking of screwing with the enemy formation, we're going to drop down a quick non-overcast pit of shades upon a few archers just to stop them from firing, and I'm going to drop a second pit of shades on another unit of archers. Necessary? No, but it looks cool, and we had to wipe those archers out. Keeps the Knights of Slaanesh free. Anyway, very, very quick little fight, and we had no problem at all. I don't know what the auto-resolve was smoking in this particular situation because, yeah, they had no chance here. Alright, and we will probably be able to run down the vast majority of them. Admittedly, yeah, the Praeton got damaged, but everybody else is fine. I really should stop using the Praeton's abilities. They have that thing that gives them melee damage reflection, but also lowers their melee defense. And I guess that does have them take a little bit of extra. Alright, there we go. I don't know what the AI was thinking there, or what the auto-resolve was thinking, saying this would be anything like a Pyrrhic victory. Admittedly, our already hurt Praeton got more hurt. I probably should have just kept them out of the battle altogether, but otherwise we're pretty good. Got ourselves a solid 600 plus 300 thralls, nearly 10k gold, and an additional bit of XP for Nikari, who once again did very, very well. 774 kills, though again, this time I did against my better judgment use the slicing shards on top of him, but anyway, dominate captains, like so. Alrighty, and frankly, I'm somewhat surprised that they left Tor Anlec standing. Felman Ingerson wants an on-aggression pact. Are you not, scaling? Aren't anybody's vassal in this one? That's surprising. I'm gonna say no for now. No particular reason, just gonna say no for now. Ally mission successful, ally mission successful. Cult treasurer for Vashnar, and doesn't matter. Sword of Swift Slang will probably try to turn into something better. Nikari got an agent of temptation. That makes sense for the Archtempter. And defeated Greasus Goldtooth for Vashnar. Good. And Nikari, ooh, perfect vigor. Lovely. And Settlement Sack Tor Anlec. Yeah, we were expecting that. Where are you going? Oh, they're still fighting Bretonnia. Oh. I just realized a small issue. By virtue of the fact that we have them fighting Bretonnia, they're not fighting the lizards, and therefore they're going to be traveling towards Bretonnia from here, right? And interestingly enough, it also means Bretonnia is traveling towards us. Man, these guys have another army, another decent one as well. I have a strong feeling we're gonna need more armies up here. Enemy killed in battle, gift of Slaanesh given. Well, you know what, once we fix our money situation, we could definitely do that, because again, Nikari has troops that he doesn't necessarily want. Blessed Young, armor piercing plus 3 for Demonettes. Good. Shrieking Blade, and the next tech. I don't think we have enough secret chariots or anything of that nature to significantly invest in this, even though we do kind of want the frenzy for the champions. Same thing goes with these horses, although I do again want the horrible regen for the chaos spawn, and admittedly the casualty or punishment rate plus 8 faction-wide is quite nice. Now let's see what we have here. There was definitely some good stuff like income from all buildings, and then we have to go through to get there a bunch of stuff that isn't quite as useful. Increased recruit rank for Luruses isn't bad. Upkeep production for Lords. Is Nakari free? Or is that SFO? Yeah, Nakari is not free, but we don't have a crazy amount of Lords, so while this would probably save us like 1,000 gold, it's not bad, but it's not incredible either. We don't need Demonic Attraction for now because we are not going to be wasting thralls on summoning. I have been once again for a while tempted by the increased diplomatic relations with all factions. We could also grab Narcissism, but we'd have to go through Sinful Capacity, Sanctity rather. Well, anything else interesting? This gives us another casualty. Punishment rate, unit XP gain isn't bad. Replenishes campaign movement range after winning a battle isn't bad either. And this would increase our cultist and anointed capacity. Might be a decent way to go through. Assuming we don't want to just go all the way through all of this for Eternal Agony. Oh, we could get Eternal Agony without going through Riders of Hell. Well, that's interesting. This would go against Khorne, and we don't really care about that, admittedly. Let me just see if there's anything really nice here. Oh, we do have 2 upkeep reductions here at Demonic Wave and here at Mortal Obsession. We could do this in 12 turns. That's pretty neat. Or this in 14 turns. And it'll probably reduce in... You know what, maybe we'll go through all of this. Buff up all the non-demonic units. And then get the... because we're using a little bit more of them right now than the demonic ones, and by the time that this is complete, we'll go through Demonic Wave and get the rest. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, Nakari, back to you.
What you ask is impossible.
I don't think Inez Labelle here would be able to land in Shrine of Cain, or at the very least I doubt it, which means we could in theory try to take the Shrine of Kurnos. As to whether we can hold it remains to be seen. I'm going to continue ignoring Tor Anlec. If they want to keep sacking it, that's fine. Oh, it would be annoying if these guys occupy Tor Anlec while we're... because it is a ruin here. Almost tempted to get them to declare war on Heshwatla, but then they might, like, lose territory. Actually, would you even be willing? Join war against Heshwatla? Minus 3.4, we have to give you 20k. We're not giving you 20k. Are you insane? Okay. Ooh, also, we do have 1,000 decadence now, so let's go for Tormentors Tributes. And which one? We got units and provinces are empowered with permanent bonuses on recruitment. Yeah, but unlike either one of those, allegiance points gained is not bad, especially as we do want mammoths. Relations with all factions via lavish gifts versus... oh, control and corruption for all provinces. I'm gonna say go with this one first. Alright, and actually, while we're taking a look at our vassals, yeah, let's see. Cult of Pleasure, ally missions. Can we get... oh. Wait, you're at war with Cathik? I did not realize you were at war with Cathik. And wait, Greasy, that should be an easy whack, maybe. Heh, he might be running towards the Sentinels. Actually, maybe not so easy. These ones are at least on Wolf 1. I'm gonna say Greasus for you. Shadow Legion I don't care about, but, you know, take Greasus again. Burning Wind Nomads doesn't matter because we'll be killing you off soon. We'll take one of the Cathicans with you, and then I guess Greasy with you. Alright, now we're kind of committed to hunting him down, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Plus, we gotta get the defeat rate on Baronair as well. Now, are either of you able to reach Mountains of Morn? You are. I wonder if they'd be willing to attack you. Or whether they'd... oh, wow, the garrison's garbage. Yeah, they're not attacking us. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so then I would like Baronair to move in march stance just as far as you can go so that we can hopefully continue chasing Greasus down. He... won't he get stuck here because of the zone of control? Or wait, can he use Maw tunneling stance? Guess we'll see. Alright, auto-resolve this regardless. And take it as a pleasure palace. Like so. Alrighty, and... oh! Wait, why did... is this a special location for us? Doesn't look like it. Or wait, do all... I already forgot. No, because look, Gateway of Kurosh, our starting position only has 4 instead of... or 8 rather, instead of 10 slots. But why? We have no landmark here. Huh. And this doesn't appear to be any kind of different one. Well, whatever. I'm not complaining. Let's start putting you into... usually we just do increase income from pleasure palaces, and I feel like that's still what we're gonna do, isn't it? Alright, income from pleasure palaces. Yeah, we need the research. So Halls of Sensation will immediately build the Halls of Exaltation. I mean, we build all of these, so just easy. Then we build you and you, because you both provide various capacities, as the others are not as important. Admittedly, we want defenses here. I mean, once Greasy is gone, there's nothing to the south that's of threat. We do have Grimgor up above, though, funnily enough, he doesn't hate us all that much, interestingly. Something to think about. Anyway, Sensuous Caress. There you go. Hey, another Sword of Swift Slaying. I'll take it. Sheen of Novelty. Use the Tormentor's tributes to bestow a piece of exquisite spoils upon your pleasure What? Use the Tormentor's tributes to bestow a piece of exquisite spoils upon your pleasure palaces. Oh, it's basically just saying get one of those? Okay, yeah, sure. Or was that a mission complete? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. What? Do we want to upgrade these guys? They're a little bit expensive right now, so maybe we'll wait. Can you move any further forward? I don't think so. Alright, Dechala then. Is Miao Ying killed off the rats yet? She has not. She is still besieging them, as she has been doing for the past 8 million... Or actually, no. Did she cancel the siege and is now sitting outside the settlement and doing absolutely nothing? Is that what's happening here, AI? Pathetic. Anyway, you go here. And then you, Zane, you're going to join Alex, so go on here. You... I haven't decided whether you're going to go into Alex's army or another army, so... Well, okay, these armies up here are going to need cultists. I mean, I guess they do have... Well, this one has a sorcerer. This one has a sorcerer as well, but yeah, okay, this one's definitely going to need a couple cultists to help out. And decent likelihood this one will as well, so yeah, get the cultist. And see if we can't get any new cultists up and running. What do we have here? Sleek, always nice. Certainly potential there. Don't care for any of the exalted heroes. Wow, we get them on rank 24 now, which is nice. Another Sleek Anointed, and anything interesting here? Iron Skin isn't bad, but I'd prefer the other one, the one with missile resistance. Anyway, Alex, are you ready to go and upgrade or build Pleasure Seekers? No? Oh, one more turn. Why am I Hellflayers, whatever. We need tier 5 to build Pleasure... Wait, we would need tier 5 to build Pleasure Seekers. We can't do... Well, we can't do that here. I could upgrade you. We would drop below the minimum 4th tier 3 Pleasure Palace, though, so I guess we'll wait. Alright, just for a bit, though. Akarak. I guess you're gonna go for Bamboo Crossing, so go over here. And take them out, and then I might send him to kill Aislinn and deal with him. Anyway, you Soul Criers are going to go through the sea lane and deliver your cargo of demonettes to the mask. And hopefully by the time we get there, we can get the Regiment of Renown back up and running as well. Mission issued, mission successful. Why, thank you. Alright, Rift entered. What's next? Who moves next? Okay, other than Alex, the Mask. What do we have here? Any more armies? We could besiege Spektazuma, though I am somewhat concerned about wherever it is you're going. Go to Spektazuma then. Damage though he may be, as long as we don't get attacked by multiple armies, we should be okay. What is this? What is this? It is a Wild Mazdamundi. Alright, so he might retake Monument of Itzatal unless the AI is, you know, ignores us, which is possible. I guess we'll see. Block army. Alright, good. And actually block army and steel. Wait, 68 versus 88? Yeah, bounce between these two. Forever. Alright. And Mask, I get close victory, but this really feels like it's not worth fighting. Though if we occupy it... Mazda might move towards us, and I'm not so sure I like that all that much. We hate Khorne, so we'll probably start fighting them eventually. I'm just gonna hope that you're good. Alright, let's hope that you can heal enough here. Now, Spektazuma, oh, actually, we can't attack you, can we? If you're wondering why, we'd want to take this as a pleasure palace, but we can't this turn. We have to wait until next turn to take it as a tier 3, which is what we want to do at all times. I guess we could sack it and back off and then hit it again, because that doesn't matter when you're going for a pleasure palace, does it? Alright, fine. Auto-resolve, and then sack. And then go into March Stance and back off into our own territory. Ah, okay, that didn't work out. Alright, well then channel, you clearly need it. And we'll see if Mazdamundi goes for us or goes and retakes Monument of Itzatal. Cult Treasurer, good. And what else we got? Yeah, our income is looking decent now. Alright, Nakari, back to you. Alright, the Shrine of Ruinous. I wonder, if we sit in the Shrine of Ruinous, will these guys attack us or will they bypass us and go to the Shrine of Cain? We gotta pick up these shrines anyway, so go to the Shrine of Ruinous now, and I guess take it as a Tormentor's Hold. Again, we need territories that we can actually hold, so Tormentor's Hold it is. And then immediately go into defensive structure, and then we'll build the Shrine of whatever later on. Do we need to do anything here? Oh, actually... money-making wise, what do we have here? You. Ivory Road, plus 20% income. Like so. There we go. And then this place as well. Actually, no, no, we can use you to recruit some stuff. How many turns does it take to upgrade one of these? Oh, a while. You know what? It's probably better to just have somebody deliver those pleasure seekers to you rather than wait all that time, so maybe we will build some heart seekers for you after all. Distinctly likely. But anyway, well, let's see who else we gotta move before we end the turn and keep on moving onward and upward. Viditas, alright, delivery. You have to get around the lizards and somehow deliver this without dying so that we can have 2 copies of the Heralds of Access. Also, does the Nakari still have the Spur of Eagerness? Yes, okay, so that's good. Alright, what about Tech Thievery? We still do need that, and a fair bit of it. 69, nice. Really, you failed when you had 69% success chance? Come on, this is... Okay, one failure and 1 success. That seems actually somewhat appropriate. Alright, Exarian, up here. Hag Grief is currently generating 900 money. Nagaroth, you are not doing nearly as well as I thought you would be. What about Nagaroth? Okay, can't see it from here. They're at war with the Masters of Innovation and the Legion of the Gore Queen. They won't vassalize if we do this, but, well, keep an eye on them and maybe still get that vassal going. Doesn't mean we won't pop off the cult. Anyway, money making. I'm tempted to upgrade all the stuff here because this is our biggest money making territory right now, so could be of some use. Yeah, it'll be expensive, but do it. It'll be a while before all of these thrall encampments run out. Plus, I don't want to look at the... Do you want to upgrade this every single frickin' turn? As we already are having to do due to the, well, need for additional thralls. Mount Lee. I'm gonna do the same thing at Liu. Like so, just so we don't have to look at it. What about here? Amble Peak and Valley of Horns. Yeah, fine, we'll upgrade both of you. And just hope that you don't fall. I don't think Greasus can take you now, so that's fine. Shambletown, I'm going to say upgrade you. And yes, our money is dropping rapidly at this rate, but at least, again, this way we won't have to deal with it every turn. Saves us a little bit of time. Surgeons, Rex. I'm actually surprised that none of the thralls have run out in any of these places. So we don't have to convert them to Tormentor's Hold as yet. And hey, Bloodhall, you're able to construct the Temple of Decadence now. We will build this here, and we will upgrade the port, and then we're going to go for the Sentinel Fields, because we need them. Eventually, this place will be converted to a Pleasure Palace, but that eventualment is not now. And oh! Wait, the availability came back, so we could have taken Spektazuma. What the heck? Maybe it's just a visual issue, because this wasn't lit up, and then it didn't... Okay, whatever. Skip the damage building. Where? I'm going to say ignore it for now. Oh, Pillars of the Unseen Constellations, you're going to get converted soon too. But anyway, Cult upgrade available, Outpost upgrade available. Is that Cult done yet? The one that's costing us 300 gold per turn? 4 turns, okay, let's just end the turn then. And then hunt down Greasy. Oh, gotta double check our trade possibilities. We are getting more trade capabilities, and thus we should have some new trade possibilities open up. Speak of the devil, but we're gonna wait on that because I'd like to either vassalize you or kill you. I would prefer to get more units of the Druki variety to mix with our armies, but at the same time, we already have access to the Cult of Pleasure for that. What is this? Enemy leadership reduction versus leadership for all units. This is for Tomalak. I very much wish I knew whose army Tomalak was in, because that would inform us to what we want to do. I think, judging by the fact that you're level 45, you're in Decala's army, and Dechala has mostly mortal units rather than demonic units, meaning Avatar of Agony enemy leadership reduction is going to be more valuable. Disciple of Pain. Your champion has served you well, but now desires to become more than a mere concubine. Though they will never be your equal, their craving to dominate others is only to be applauded. They must, however, choose a creed. Disciple of Pain. Carve the mark of Slaanesh into their hide 600 times over. Let suffering be their mantra. Let pain be their guiding light, and let torment drive them forth. Sure. Alright, and just to double check, that was, yeah, that's you. Which is fine, because we have not a single demonic unit in this army that would melt away if their leadership was to drop sufficiently, with the possible exception of replacing the 2 non-crossbow unit of devotees with boob snakes. I might do that. Or I might get a couple more crossbows. I'll think about it. Bone Rattle is destroyed. Troop Fairy. Oh, ready for duty. Okay, I was just like, wait a second. I thought we were using Soul Criers to ferry troops right now, which we are. Okay, so now you have to run away from Zyri and deliver these without dying. So go here. And I assume you will still be able to escape. Okay, but Mazda Mundi has taken Spektazuma. Or Spektazuma. Has taken Monument of Itatal, which means we can go into Spektazuma and heal for 1 turn by the looks of it. Are you kidding me? This garbage? Ugh. What if we do this? Oh, we have to actually spend the money to... Okay, you know what? There's no... Oh, there's no breaches? Do you have any... siege attackers? You don't have any siege attackers. Wait, you do have... Who's the siege attacker here? How can you break through the wall? Oh, Damascus siege attacker. Interesting. Alright, well, this is going to be something we're going to have to manually fight real quick, so... Yeah, no... Not much we can do about it. Or we can just back off and heal, but Mazda Mundi will come back. I will consider it. Anyway, Miao Yang. I went for the trade agreement with the stupid rats because I figured that they have 1 settlement remaining and you will have destroyed them long before we do anything about it. But you have done absolutely nothing. You're just sitting here, mind you, while being at war with the puppets of misrule. So what the heck? And these guys are disliking us more and more. Yeah, we're going to need to... Now, before we attack... Okay, Alex. Go to... Let me just see here. So here's the issue. We need to be up here at the same time as we declare war on Miao Yang. Also, we need to kill Greasus. So, Vashnar, you have the defeat trade. Baronair does not. Correct. So, Baronair. Looks like you cannot reach Greasus. You can chase after him though, and maybe he'll attack you. He can't go through the territory because we command the pass here. I guess if he had another army to besiege him, then it would be possible. So let's see what he does, and then you go right here. You need to channel, don't you? Not Vashnar Baronair. Well, actually, you're pretty okay. All right, let's see what he does. How he reacts to all this. You have like no units in here, but I guess it doesn't really matter. You can sit there and see where Greasus goes. Oh, watch him annoyingly attack Valley of Horns. Would be a little bit annoyed if he did that. Alright, anyway, Alex, sit there for a second. I gotta figure this out. Well, we need to attack these territories simultaneously, or they will move towards our undefended territories. At the same time, we're more likely to get engaged with the... the northern provinces earlier. Meaning, much as I'd like to recruit with Alex, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to have somebody else recruit for her. Assuming she doesn't have any recruitment. No, alright, so Alex, I guess we're going to head north. You can't recruit right now, though, can you? Well, you can recruit just a couple of Seeker Chariots or Hellflayers or Exalted Seeker Chariots. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. You go to Shenwu. We will pop off the... Wait, I thought I... A moment. I thought... Yeah. Okay, so we're then going to go for Pleasure Hunt. Like so. Then we are going to get... Okay, we have regular Seeker Chariots by the Regiments of Renown. We want 2 Exalted Seeker Chariots and then 2 Hellflayers. Lovely. And Divine Bringer of Punishment is about soon to be joined by Zane the Heartbinder, who's going this way. And we'll have to keep an eye out on additional Alluruses. Hey, another tactician. Well, that's lovely. Let's get another tactician in here.
name.
Alright, for whatever army needs it more. And frankly, any... funnily enough, Demonette armies could really use this. But these guys are better at supporting mortal armies, which is almost a little bit odd just by virtue of the fact that they open Gates of Slaanesh, so you could, you know, spam more Demonettes. But I'll think about it. And by think about it, I mean, you know, figure out whether we want to put them in that army or not. Anyway, double check the Illyrises and possibly mill them a bit. I like the sleek ones, I like the tactician ones, the fleet-footed ones are nice. Oh, wow. At 1400, they're not worth milling. At least not yet. We have 2 in every one of those armies, so it's not the biggest of deals. Anyway, you are supposed to join one of these armies, and in fact, since Greasus still holds the Sentinels, we could kill him and leave him there. If we wanted to, but I believe he's friendly with the... Wait, no diplomatic contact. Huh. He's not at war with Rictus either, so he could survive here in theory. Depending on if we care about that, or just leave the Darklands to the completely infested by the rats. It's a possibility. A possibility I will continue considering. Anyway, Akarak, keep moving down here. You're gonna hit Bamboo Crossing when 10 turns is up. Nakari, I guess... Okay, so wait. These guys have moved to Elysia. We can't really leave Shrine of Kurnos while Colin is here. And I don't see that Bretonnian army anymore. And Silostra, what are you doing here? Okay, you can't have stuff. It's our stuff. Okay, if Silostra tries to take any territory, we're gonna have to kill her too. Which, you know, par for the course and all that. I wonder if you'll try to go for Shrine of Kurnos. You know what, Nakari, go out here and then go into ambush stance. If we could kill the Sar... Oh, I guess we could just assault Phoenix Gate if we wanted to. I'm willing to bet that they'd sally out. I guess the question then is, would you attempt to go for the Shrine of Kurnos? In theory, you might not be able to reach it, and breaching the gate might have some benefit to it. Alright, go to the gate then. And then besiege it. We'll level you. Considering they have a solid stack plus the gate's garrison, this might be the best option. Anyway, Nakari, you've got points, including Mentor. Let's also grab you Scarred Vet. You need the extra HP, most definitely, into Deadly Onslaught. I would like Arcane Conduit, but we also need to max out the units that you're definitely going to be using, namely the Soul Grinder, Keeper of Secrets. And I would like to level the Fiends as well, as I do want you to have some Fiends of Slaanesh, although I fear that you might not have the points for them. Anyway, grab at Glamour of Slaanesh. You're keeping the Hell Scourges, although they're not high level, but the... Wait. Secret Keeper levels... Ah, it does work on Fiends as well. At least the red line does. Alright, so we'll grab Secret Keeper and then into Alluris. Alluris? Whatever they... Something of Allure? Allure of Slaanesh. Yeah. Close enough. Anyway, Mentor for the Druki Anointed, who's also reached rank 34, solid. And you can grab Legacy of Pleasure. I guess we go with Guardian. I don't know whether you'll actually be near enough enemy heroes, but, you know, occasionally if you fight together with Nakari. Do you want... there's nothing else to pick, really. Let's go for Scarred Vet. And then Blade Shield. Yeah, alright, easy enough. What about the Sorcerers? One of which, again, is going to peel away into a different army. You can have Mentor. We don't really need Unblinking Vigilance here in theory, but in practice, we might. Let's grab you Scouting first, however. Obviously, Penumbral Pendulum, which frankly you should have had earlier. Second point in that, and Pit of Shades. I get another point in Pit of Shades. Alright, what about you? And grab Scouting as well. We'll peel you off. Let's grab you Pit of Shades, Arcane Conduit, definitely Prolific Spellcasting, and get a second point to be able to overcast Pendulum, and get a third point in Pit of Shades. Alright, Pit of Shades is good. What else we got? The Mask, I gotta deal with you in a bit. Viditas, okay. Can we move you? Aha. Okay, could you just join the war against these guys? They're getting annoying now. Oh, yes you can. Alright, I think we do this. Look, this is all green territory, green jungles in Heshwatlis territory, but I'm perfectly happy to let Morathi have it. There's more than enough territory. Go for it. Alright, Morathi, but don't lose territory because, you know, Slaanesh doesn't appreciate failure all that much. I assume Sildra Tor will get taken out, but Morathi will probably retake it immediately. How the heck are we gonna get around these lizards? We need them to take fallen gates. Okay, you might be trapped here for a while. The big issue with this is that this herald is costing us supply lines, while not doing anything like this. We need the mask to come up here and rescue her, basically. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to let Mazda... Well... Do we let Mazdamundi go up here? Or do we just take it right now? Screw it, just take it right now. Oh, wait. You... okay, I'm gonna ignore a subtle encouragement. You have mentor available. There you go. Wanted to get that up. Slaanesh giggle. And demonic inspiration for you. And in addition to the demonettes, most likely, just because they can Vanguard deploy, we'll use Pleasure Seekers. Fiends, I believe, just double check. Fiends cannot Vanguard deploy. Champions cannot Vanguard deploy. Yeah, and the Pleasure Seekers are hard to, yeah, Gratifying Charge, that's what we're going with. Alright, and what about the Allurus here? Definitely get Song of the Demonette. And obviously Slaanesh Soulfeeder, max out Lash of Slaanesh, and grab Blissful Rapture. We will want the Locus of Grace, because that gives us melee defense, which the Demonettes need. We also desperately need to channel... Oh! Oh, you were in channeling stance now, but you'll leave it afterward. Oh well. What else do we want here? Supple and Spry, I think we can hold off. You can stay on the Demonic Steed for now, and I don't know which steed you will be using. We'll see. Alright, training, I guess. Maybe... Against Mazdamundi, Pavane might actually prove useful. It's just ludicrously expensive in terms of mana, and I'd rather cast Lash 50,000 times instead. But we can still get it and just not necessarily use it. Alright, let's start going through the lore. Alright, let's do this manually. Very quickly, hopefully. I was hoping leveling up would deal with this, but it didn't. Alright, fight battle. We just need to break down the gate and just tear through those Saurus, which the mask and etc. I'm sure are perfectly capable of doing. Wonder if we can run the skinks off the walls with our Furies as well. Alright, we'll have to hide most of the Demonettes in the forest, actually. Might leave the mask and the Chosen to go through the enemy. Alrighty, so you guys are horrifically beat up. Do that. The Chariots... Okay, wait. Which of the... Yeah, we'll want to go through maybe this gate. So you guys get... Okay, go here. Go here. You guys wait. You two, maybe you three are too weak, so you guys can go back here. You two are okay, though, so we might actually use you here. Chosen, we're gonna have you rush the gate together with the mask, and with the... Forsaken? Yeah, probably the Forsaken as well. And you're good. Salangors here. Marauders randomly. I haven't had the chance to replace most of the units in this army, and then Furies, you can go all the way back there, but I do think we will have use for you. Alright, looking good to me. Let's charge that gate. We'll get hit by the towers a few times, I'm not sure. Oh, the enemy hasn't deployed. Okay, rush the gate then. I'm almost tempted to say we could even rush the gate with the Demonettes, since they won't be shot up and killed by the towers. Alright, go. Furies will move on in. And speed it up to max. Alright, looking good. Okay, we gotta break through that gate before any reinforcements arrive, and... take up position on those towers. Come on. Don't need them firing away at us, and gate is almost through. Alright, speed it back up, and gate should be down a second. Alright, come on, they're going up the walls. I can see them. They're thinking it. Alright, go. Take them all. Go. Alright, you guys stop backing off, please. Alright, good. Alright, we're in now, and let's see the mask attack a few times at least. Oh, I didn't get to... damn it. Okay, I need to use one of the dances. I'm going to say the dance... wait. Not the Staff of Masks, a moment. This has... cooldown is 20 seconds. Maybe we just keep using the Dance of Dreaming because it does damage. Alright, Chosen, in. You guys are gonna have to lead. Especially against the Saurus, and you can actually take a few of those javelins to the face without, you know, being too badly beat up. Alright, you guys, stay here. And Chosen, engage, please. Alright, Mask, join in. Alright, Demonettes, I'm going to have you slowly start streaming into the city. Let's get the Fury... well, actually, no, we won't have the Furies attacking. You guys move past the first unit. And lash these guys. Perfect. Alright, mask in and then pop off the Dance of Dreaming. There we go. And these guys will hopefully take a decent amount of damage from it. And we can't switch for whatever number of seconds, but it's fine. I frankly, it's probably unlikely that we're going to switch. Anyway, you guys, move on in, please. Alright, do a little bit of fighting, and... Okay, the boob snake's up front, so let's see what the mask is doing in here. Oh, okay, they just as I look, the enemy routes. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the enemies as well, because I don't want them to activate their towers. I'm sure the mask is in here, but I've lost sight of her. There she is. Alright, move through the units. There you go. Little sort of mini spin forward attack, very similar to the one that the Keepers of Secrets use. There you go. That's flashy. Very nice. Alright, another unit routes. And will it shatter? Okay, it won't shatter. We still have to kill off the Sorceress. Alright, let's speed it back up. You guys, I'm probably sure, can take care of that Skink Cohort of Javelins. Move back here. Get ready to go after the Saurus. You guys can help out against them, but let's not... let's be careful. Alright, and before we move on in, let's drop a lash upon them. They're not really grouped up, unfortunately, but not a big deal. Alright, back into it. You guys charge on in. And get the other Demonettes in here as well. Alright, the Hellstriders she'll take care of the units there. More Demonettes into the settlement. Furies, go and kill that unit of Skink Cohorts. Alright, and in the meantime, the Saurus unit. Where's the second Saurus unit? Oh, whatever. Alright, tear these guys to shreds. I just want to see if the mask has any execution animations against infantry, which is why I keep zooming in. Alright, that's another speed up by the looks of it. We go here, and no. Go here. And kill that unit. Hellstrider's being damaged by the tower. I guess you can... probably shouldn't have used the Chosen for that. You know what? Demonettes, go here. And we can ignore the Saurus, and... Whoa. Don't fight the enemy lord. What are you doing? The Saurus unit, admittedly, but still don't fight them. And this is why I didn't want to send the Furies in. Just get the heck out of there, bunch of idiots. Alright, you guys are good? You guys are good. Which tower? Which place is this tower attached to? They got several towers now. Alright. I take it it's this place. Everybody go here. And then charge this poor unit of Skink Cohorts while the Furies continue to back off. And then go and kill that unit. Or maybe the tower. The tower will be destroyed in a few seconds when this is captured, so it won't matter. Alright, speed it up. Alright, let's just end this battle. It can barely be called such. Alright, everybody go forward and go after these guys. And where are you going? Don't go around us. Come on. I can't believe the auto-resolve wasn't letting us do this. Alright, go kill something. You, kill this. And kill this. Of course, now you move. Alright, there you go. Let us pop the Tacticians thing on everybody here. And move on to the next one, then pop off the... Okay, there's the victory. Silly game. Okay, well, good enough. We'll take it as a tier 3 pleasure palace, which will give us at least a little bit in the way of additional garrison. And obviously in a single turn they won't come back up, but at the same time, hopefully it'll allow us to heal decently and then take on Mazdamundi when he comes down here. And I guess at least in this location we're keeping the pleasure palace. I think once we have, 10 pleasure palaces, we will have 80% faction-wide spell resistance, so things like Lord Croak and Mazdamundi really ain't gonna be anywhere near as threatening as they once were to the piles of demonettes. Pleasure palace, please. 3.5k, yes. Alright, we still have 3.5k for the next turn. Lovely. Master Painter, good. Mask, you are really not healing that much. You don't help with the healing, do you? It's the Tactician, What did you keep here? Are you able to build any units immediately? You are. If we wanted to replace some stuff, like one of the, the Marauders and the Slangors, instead of healing, we could just rebuild higher level ones. Is the Veterancy, even while damaged, worth more? We don't have any easy way to heal here. Yeah, I was hoping the Furies could be constructed in one turn as well. Neither one of these, I take it, can reach Spektazuma in one turn. And yeah, that's a concerning number of Saurus here. You can't reach us in one turn either. And we can't abandon Spektazuma now. How many turns would this take to build? 2. Alright, well, either way, I guess we're investing in it. Repairing it now. We'll go for the cultist camp, start building the dizzying battlements, and then start going through this stuff. Unlocks recruitment of Slangors and Forsaken at least, and then unlocks recruitment of cultists. So we could get you a cultist for the... Again, was it the cultist that provides punishment in this army? We'll see. Chaos Sorcerer building or this building. This will give us money, and then this will give us decadence, and... I mean, we need both of them either way. No doubt about it. This gives us a spell resistance, but we can get... Yeah, well, you know what? We need money. Plus, it'll give us 2 capacity. Anyway, well, looks good to me there. Anybody else? What was Vashnar doing? Oh, he was waiting for Greasy. Alright. Tech Thieves. Start. Tech Thieving. 1. And 2. Huh. Before it was failure and success, and now it's success and failure. Yeah. They're taking turns. Anyway, Tech Thief. Go to... No. Go to... the Crimson Skull. 88. Yes, key bounce in between these. And we'll see just how distracted Mazdamundi is from everything, as with the Cult of Pleasure at war with him now. Okay, you're making decent cash now. Now, you're probably not going to like this cult establishment, but it is what it is. 3 to 10, going to 3 to 5. Alright, it's not so bad. Alright, and this is a super cult, so we get income from the local settlement. If we massively increase Slaaneshi corruption... Oh. I mean, this would be definitely good in the ancient city of Quintex. We should probably do that. Is there something here... Wait, we have the Cult Magus Chambers. Is there something here that would increase our money-making further in this particular place? Temporary diplomatic relations boost at the cost of thralls, income generated, and it's not a lot of income. I want a base income. Oh, this could help. Income from all buildings and local region owner. Granted, it costs us discoverability, which is a bit of an issue. Let's say charm offensive. Let's go for it. Plus 40 discoverability won't do too much, and then we could do another one of these, but I think maybe... There's nothing here that we really care about. The Slaaneshi corruption is never going to happen. Enemy Lord being present is possible, but otherwise, maybe we just go for the population preparation. Help them out a little bit, but not now because it's 2,000 gold that we're not paying for this. Malekith wouldn't be happy about the whole thing anyway. Anyway, since we did a lot of the building last turn, we are pretty okay in terms of upgrading stuff and not doing too much of the building admin. Haunted Forest. Oh, right. Somebody suggested we remain you to the Morning Wood. There you go. Perfection. Shangyang. Not upgrading you, just waiting until the thralls run out. Spektazuma, we're good with. Tor Anlec. Can't heal you, man. Sorry. Pillars of the Unseen Constellation, you will soon be transformed. A little bit more. And we don't need to... Well, actually, collect income here. We need it. We're good to do so now. And then not here and not here. Shrine of Kurnos, what's up with you? Oh, repair slightly. Yeah, sure, why not? And I believe we're good. So skip the cult, skip the damaged buildings, because that's in danger anyway. Nakari, you're about to get attacked. Do we need to do anything with your ancillaries or anything? What do we have here as options? Banner of Hellfire. I wonder if this would be better for Nakari, because he's always just in a giant pile of enemies, eh? But then again, I really like the Banner of Swiftness on him, to be fair. Master Poet income from sacking settlements. I don't think you're doing that at this time, and the leadership is probably not super relevant. Yeah, alright, end turn. And let's get attacked out of the Phoenix Gate. And then most likely these guys will move on up to the Shrine of Kurnos, and then we'll have to move back, so yeah. I doubt that we can chase down every single unit here, because something will definitely escape. Either way, should be a fun fight. Go.
The pavan of your misery is my desire.
Right, Nakari's so quick, it's kind of difficult to catch up to him when he gets running. Anyway, here we go. Looks like Alariel, the Ever Queen, is back for more. And I gotta say, it's actually pretty neat facing off against effectively all of Ulthuan with one army. I figure that if you start as Nakari, it's just a lot easier because by turn like 30, you've completely overrun Ulthuan and all the High Elves are dead. But confederating him on turn like 40 or 50 means that Ulthuan is in pretty darn good shape, especially in this particular situation, and they're able to certainly fight back. I mean, they've sent stack after stack after stack at us, and we haven't even seen Altharion or Tyrion move in. Anyway, Nakari obviously moves in. He's going to distract some Silver Helms, and by distract, I mean, you know, cut them to shreds, and send a few of the other nearby units into Rampage. There we go, execution animation from Nakari. I mean, that's what I wanted to see with the mask, but I mean, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, Alariel has perhaps surprisingly peeled away from the rest of her troops, going after the Chaos Knights with lances, perhaps because they're lances, I'm not sure. Unfortunately for her, she does have all three of our Praeton following, and they are anti-large beasties, and should be able to dish out plenty of damage to her. It looks like she is not, okay, if I can ever select her, as not immune to contact effects, so she'll get poisoned on top of that. Surrounded, thanks to the mass of the knights, she's going to have a difficult time getting out of this engagement here. And with about 20% HP remaining, I don't think she's escaping those Praeton. I think there's a hero in here somewhere as well. Kind of hard to tell when they all run like this. Alright, and obviously the rest of the battle is starting to be joined. Really, Alariel should have stayed with the rest of her troops and healed them up and buffed them and whatnot. But oh well, down goes the Ever Queen once more. She'll eventually... yeah. Anyway, does look like the enemy artillery, however, having started to take shots at Nakari earlier, is now instead focused on Gulator, who has dropped down to 50% of its HP. And this is why I try to prioritize the missile resistances and just generally on anybody that is on those war shrines, because the AI loves targeting those with all of their range. So, Gulator is going to have to back off. This is not the Gulator. We have a community cannon lord, but anyway. Here we go. The Knights of Slaanesh will actually go around the Silverin Guard and simply crash into the lines of archers and Lother and Seaguard behind them. Too slow, Silverin Guard, too slow. And Lance and Sword and Board alike will lay into these piles of units, but there are more spears here, and the Lother and Seaguard will hold, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to deal with. And only 3 knights, with the Lord to lead them, admittedly. Anyway, our Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh here with Hell Scourgers are down to maybe 10% of their HP. This unit is also down to 20%. Why? The Swords Masters of Hoeth, they absolutely tear them to shreds like nobody's business. The Hell Scourges stood no chance whatsoever here. I feel like they would probably stand no chance even if they were Hell Scourges with the Chosen variant. Or chosen with the Hell Scourges. But anyway, we do have Fiends of Slaanesh that have joined the fray to help out against those Swords Masters. It is much needed. And generally speaking, it's looking like a significantly tougher battle than previously. Well, certainly than previously against Kathik, but yeah, those Swords Masters. In fact, we're going to send Nakari himself in to help out against them, as they are just that threatening. And it looks like, well, actually I couldn't tell what the Eagle Claw was focusing, whether it was Nakari or the War Shrine, but it was definitely one of the big ones. Alright, we've done the damage by rear charging those swordsmen, and it looks like both of them are booking it on out of there, and we will give chase to them, damaged or not. The Knights are very much still in the fight, and we had to move the Praeton to join in and make sure that they help out, just because there were too many spears and Lother and Seaguard to deal with just 3 Knights. And frankly, we had a lot of other micro to be doing all over the map, so cycle charging the Lance Knights was too much of a hassle. In this particular situation, at any rate, especially since they still wanted to keep the enemy sort of bogged down and not firing their range. Anyway, Nakari still running around, taking out that artillery crew for annoying us at last. The unit of the Silver Helms has returned just to charge a unit of Chosen. This is the Sword and Board variant, however, and they should be able to cut down those Silver Helms. And as they run, we'll slow them down with the Melkot's Mystifying Miasma. It gives them 54 speed, which isn't quite there, but still. If Nakari or something wants to chase him down with his 200 speed, I think he'll be more than capable of doing so. I love how Nakari sends everybody flying. It's fantastic. What's his mass, out of curiosity? 4.5k, not bad. Anyway, with that, the enemy army will break at last, and there was a lot of sort of zipping around with the camera in this particular battle, but it was a pretty distributed battlefield. I mean, look how widely dispersed our troops were. We started the fight here with Nakari, and then partially engaged here, then Alariel died here, and we moved all the knights in over to the flank to distract as many of the enemy range units as possible, while our main line here met the enemy swords masters, which didn't go so well for the Hell Scourges, but anyway, a lovely, lovely fight, and, you know, credit to Alariel for actually bringing it this time. Alright, Free Berserker's Sword, not really anything to write home about, but, you know, we can... Oh, really? Oh, okay, 2 units escaped. I was gonna say only 1 unit escaped, but it looks like it was 2. Still, very, very close, but we weren't going to be able to chase down those Lothran Skycutters without devoting a significant amount of resources, which didn't feel right here. Anyway, we did well. Nakari did well as usual. 500 kills and 46,000 damage with lots and lots of damage dealt as gold value. Of course, he was vulnerable in several moments of the battle, but it just has to happen that way because he has to get more and more units rampaging if he can. And great job by the Chaos Knights with the lances being slightly outdone by the sword and board, but that I find that to generally be the case because sword and board can just stay in combat, whereas these guys have to keep wheeling around with us not fighting at the time. Generally speaking, at least with Chaos Knights, the sword and board are just plain better than the lances are. And in terms of resources based on the amount of damage and work that they do over the course of the battle, 20,000 damage on the Druki Anointed. That's very solid, considering he's not using any mana, it's just bound spells, and... I wish I could see how much of this was from spell work and how much of this was from just attacking with the boob snake. I don't know. But man, those Swords Masters of Hoeth absolutely tore through those Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh with Hell Scourges like nothing. They took no damage doing so. It was kind of intense, but pretty darn fun. And the Fiends, which we're keeping, and did a great job as well. Anyway, we're dominating those captives as we do. And then we may have to sack it or we may not, depending on what the other little armies do. Press escape to skip dialogue, sure. Military access with Clan Moors. Again, they are very close to us. They're willing to invest 3,000 gold just for that. Not willing to be our vassals, but I'll take it. I'll take it for now.
Shall I learn your
Noctilus, you want a non-aggression pact, vassalage or nothing. Well, okay, maybe I'll trade with you, I don't know. It's gonna be difficult to trade Noctilus anything, and if he takes too much of the donut, you know, that won't stand. Nakari would not be happy about it. And yeah, see, this is what we were expecting. Luaran is going to grab the Shrine of Kurnus. Let me had spare allegiance to borrow your army, I'd do it here. Anyway, Nakari, I believe you're going to break this siege. And you're going to head back to deal with this. And then you're going to have to go back to Eagle Phoenix Gate again, which will by then have recovered its garrison. But what can you do? Spotters can... Ooh. Oh, Trickster Shard. Good. Gourmand, Slaaneshi Zealot, Reichland, the new region in power. The Tech Thief is back, or the one that, you know, fell is back. Marvelous Executioners. Nakari. Okay, if I could just click you in here. Thank you. Auto-resolve. And sack. Ah, we could just directly occupy it. Interesting. So it's a special building? I wonder what it'll look like. Hopefully it's not useless. Gates have a bad tendency to be useless. Anyway, what do we have here? In March stance at that. You really wanted to take that Shrine of Kurnus back, didn't you? Ain't happening. And down you go, Luaran. We're not fighting this because, you know, we got no issue there. And we will take the... I'm gonna say Thralls again. We are starting to build up the pleasure palaces and we will need more here. Nakari, get into the shrine. heal more. Next turn you won't be at full HP, but you'll be pretty darn good. Alright. I like it. Tor Anlec, maybe we repair you? Or we abandon you and re-up you as a pleasure palace. There's potential for that as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it as it is for now, just ignore it. Anyway, Dechala. Are these guys serious? They're not gonna kill the stupid rats, are they? You're gonna have to cancel the trade agreement and then wait 10 turns. Oh, AI. I mean, let me just see here. Where are you going? You are currently at war with the village. Okay, you're not actually at war with the northern provinces, but you know, as soon as we declare war on them, they will be. So we do have to be wary of it. Anyway, I don't necessarily want these guys to lose the Shrine of the Alchemist because actually they have nothing there, just a never-changing monolith slash shrine. We could always take it and then give it back to these guys if we wanted to. I don't really care for having the entirety of the desert, let them have it, including Shangyang. If they're gonna get the buildings that will give us mammoths, which would be ideal, would be ideal. Please go up there. Go up there and do something. We need better units from you. Well, either way, I think this is probably going to be a good place to cut. Where's Greasy going? Oh, he's gonna grab the Sentinels. Again, we could vassalize him pretty much at any point by just giving him one of the territories that are part of his territory, like Nobley Gorge. Yeah, easily. And these two places don't have any trade goods, so once the thralls are spent, we could always give them to them for vassalage. Or come back and kill them, I'll think about it, they do like us. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna call it here next— ooh, wait, Baronair, real quick, buddy. Real quick, you chased after Greasus specifically to do this. Auto-resolve. And get the third of the defeat trade copies. What the heck? How did the— okay. The super high-level exalted hero is the guy that got damaged, sure. The one that was— I mean, admittedly, he would be fighting Greasy, but at the same time, he'd probably be least likely to get damaged like this, as far as I can tell. Anyway, these armies need to do stuff, so you will proceed this way. Baronari can sit here for a turn. You guys have to function together for now. Mostly because— can you go into March Stance? Yes, go this way. Mostly because we need to just globally recruit some stuff with you. I'm almost tempted to delete this army and then build it back up and then swap some of the units with Nakari, because this was going to be our Chaos Warrior and stuff army. We could just transfer them to those high-level Chaos Knights. We'd get the Sibyl Slaughtercade and the Mirror Guard back. The Zhangdu War Drums are going to disappear. And the only issue is that we have a nice hero and stuff here, but we could just get new ones. You know what, it might be a decent idea, and certainly one I will consider. With that, however, like I said for the 50th time and interrupted myself, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we declare war on the northern provinces, though perhaps fight the Elixir of Damnation battle first. Maybe heal up at Nongchang, giving us the some opportunity to have Alex complete at least some more of her army before heading northward to Nanli. We will, of course, continue on Ulthuan with Nakari. And maybe get that new lord up and running. Though we can't recruit here, really. We'd have to global recruit anyway. Even with the stuff that we'd be transferring to Nakari. Yeah, we really needed Pleasure Palace at Tor Anlec, so we should probably abandon it, Pleasure Palace it up, and then, well, continue doing what we're doing. Anyway, more fun Slaaneshi stuff to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.